Hello and welcome friend. In this tutorial we will look at the exit value which we get from shell. So first we will define what is an exit value. Exit values are a value which is written by a shell script or a executable, which can be a binary, it could be a.out kind of ELF file, or it could be any other programming language scripts like Python, or it could be TCL/TK or Perl. So in a way, exit values are a notification to the system, to the shell, that whether it has executed properly or not. So let us go through some of the example code and then things will be clear to you. So before I go ahead and run this example, I would give you a little more background. So let me go about that. Let's see, if I run the command ls-l, it will list out all the files in this particular folder, which is good. So to check whether this command executed successfully or not, immediately after running that command I have to give echo $? So $? Is a way you can know the exit status, the just previous exit status. If you run some other commands and then you type echo $? That will be the exit status of that particular command, immediate command. So if you want to know the exit status of ls-l command, you have to immediately give $? And of course echo means display. You cannot give anything else, any other command, and then you want to get the value of this, otherwise you have to keep it in a variable. So let's go. This has successfully executed. Of course there was a file here and it executed. Now let's suppose I run ls with finding some particular file. So I'm expecting some file called maybe test.sh, and we know test.sh doesn't exist. So what it will say, ls-l will say cannot access test.sh, no such file or directory. This is an error. Now if I do a echo $? Will it still be 0? Let's see. Now this is 2. So whenever there is an error, the exit status from a shell would be some value, and each value will have some kind of an indication. In this case 2 might be no such file or directory, 3 might be no read permission, something like that. So each of the exit status will tell something, but only 0 will say it is successful. So exit status 0 means successful. That is what we should follow, and anything apart from 0 is error, and that error might fall into one or the various conditions: file not found, permissions not present, path doesn't exist, user doesn't have sufficient permissions, only sudo users allowed, things like that. So there might be anything. So that's the way you can catch, and any command which is written in a proper way should always handle exit status. So in a similar way, when we are writing a shell script, we should always give a exit status. So what will happen is, when this shell executes, it will tell us whether it is executing properly or not. So if some other shell is executing this, like in a way ls-l, this is my shell in a terminal, and I'm executing ls-l command, which is a binary. So this shell is catching the exit status of ls-l command. In a similar way, this shell should catch the exit status of my shell script. So it's almost always advisable to write a shell script. Here I am doing something like ls-l abc.txt. Now by default abc.txt is not present for the first time. If it is not present, then this will give an error. An error would be exit status apart from 0. So this exit status will not be equals to 0, right? When this is not equals to 0, this might have given exit status 0, it doesn't matter. But when I say that this does not exist and it's not equals to 0, then I say exit my program, this program with us code 4, and the way you exit is like this: exit 4. So exit and followed by code number. So that means my shell script here, this script would exit with a value 4, which is an error, and it will not proceed any further, it will not execute any of this. Now let's suppose if this file exists, then that means it's a successful case. Then $? would be 0. So 0 not equals to 0 is a false, so it will not go here. Then what it will do is, it will execute one more shell script, and that shell script will also give me some return value, and I would say if that return value not equals to 0, then I would say 5, but I know this gives me always return value 0. This is just a small shell script. I will show you this. Now when this is 0, so 0 not equals to 0 is false, it will not come here, and then it will print this. This is a normal termination and it will exit with 0. So let's run this program first. Now if I run this program, you see here it gives me an output abc doesn't exist, because when it tries to do a ls minus l for abc.txt, it doesn't find. And if I see the output of my shell script, because I ran my script now, so output of exit status underscore t1 would be 4. This 4, my friend, has come from here. It has exited from here because this is not found, so this gives exit value 0. 0 not equals to 0 because this is some other exit value, and my script exited with 4. Now let's suppose I create this file touchabc.txt. I created that file, and if I run my program again, so it has given a normal termination, and if I look for the exit value, so I have to say echo $? Now this time it is 0. My script has given, so this is the normal termination, and after that my script exited with a value 0. So if you see here, this given and this has exited with 0. So this is the way you signify whether something has terminated properly or not. So within a script you could call another script and get the exit value from that script as well, not only from the shell but from other script also. That's the reason I want to demonstrate that you can get the exit value from other shell. So this script is a small script, no brainer. It just prints echo and gives the exit value 0. So this is my secondary script which gives exit value. Now let's go back here. So simple. So this is the way you can handle exit value, and exit value should always be in a range of 0 to 225. So exit value should be in the range of 0 to 225, and exit value should not be negative. Exit value should not be negative, never. If it is negative, it will just wrap around and give some other wrong numbers. So you might have said -3, it might wrap around and maybe give 252, 253 or 3, whatever. So you should not use negative value, and it should be in the range 0 to 255. And by default the nomenclature is 0 is success. So 0 is success, but you could give anything. In case of success also you can say failure. It's up to you. But when other people are reading your script and then they see exit value status, they will think it's a successful. So if they see exit 0, they assume that it is success. Now let's suppose you make it in such a way that this you make it as 4 or maybe 3 or 2, and then this you make it as 0, which is an error. So here it's a case of error, but you are saying 0. Then some other guy who is invoking your script, he will be confused and he might take the wrong value. He might read it as wrong thing and interpret it that, oh, this is a success case, but it's a case of failure actually. So that's why it's very important that you stick to the nomenclature that 0 is success. Anything apart from 0 is failure. And then how to choose a value, it's up to you. You can just declare some variable, a macro, and you can say like this: exit underscore epum, permission not allowed. You could say maybe 2, exit underscore access, e-access, and you can say 3, and this name should not be exit underscore. You could say anything, and here you could say exit $. In case of error you give this, and in case of success you can say exit underscore success equals to 0, and you could exit here as $exit underscore success. So you have to build your program in such a professional way that it looks really beautiful, understandable, and it has to be done in a right way. So this way, when you try to code your program, here also you can modify. This way, if you try to code a program, people will say, okay, this is a case of success and In case of success, you are using the return value from the cell as 0, which gives a right indication. Thank you all for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next video. You have a nice day.